channel. It's me again, Lizelle. So today, I am going to share with you the do's and don'ts here in Germany. So I've chosen 5 do's and 5 don'ts. So to my fellow kababayan, I would love to share with you my experience here in Germany. To those who love to move or planning to move someday, hopefully these tips will help you out someday. So adjusting in different country is quite hard, guys. I arrived here last year December 21 2019, and for that span of months I've learned a lot of things, and I'm telling you, it's not easy to move in such a different country and adjust their culture as well. So those things that I've learned, I actually applied for the rest of my life that I'm here, and for that I would love to share it with you. So first of all, guys, I would like to clarify that all the details that I've said and all the details that I've shared to you is only based on my experience and also a little bit of research. So, wag niyo akong i-bash, ha? So, these things that I'm going to share with you is really useful and helpful when you want to live in Germany. Every country has their own cultures, rules to be followed that you need to adjust, which I'm telling you that cultures here is quite different or opposite in my own country or in the Philippines where I came from. So if you want to move to Germany, bear in mind that these things that I'm going to share with you must need to apply. So now we will start the dose. So first, number one, this is really important, guys. First, I have it here. Talk to their own language. So you should know, guys, and you should understand that most people here don't speak English, as they have their own language, is what I've said. Even if they'll know or they know to speak, they know how to speak, but they refuse to have a conversation with you in English, not unless you ask first if they do speak English, especially rural areas. It's better for you to talk lousy German phrases and trying your German to speak German than on your English, because they will love you for that and they'll appreciate it. So number two, make an eye contact while raising your glass. So German people applies that gestures all the time, and I guess most of the European countries as well. In other country, you maybe raise your glass. Here in Germany, it's quite different, and it's not like that. So as per them, it is a bad luck of your love life. So if you don't want to have a bad luck of your love life, so you have to do that. So number 3, guys, is do split the check with your friends when eating out. So this is a big or important words or statement here that you need to apply, or tips. As a Filipino, it's quite different. The culture here, usually in our country, we're practicing that so-called a trick. So that means to say, sometimes your friend will pay for you or for everybody, like take turns who will pay today and then the next day. But here, guys, everything will be split after eating out, not unless you actually practicing that kind of attitude to, like, someone will pay. So we're still doing it mostly. I met a lot of Filipina here in Germany, and most of the time they pay for me, but sometimes I offer to pay, so-called like that. But here, if you meet like German people didn't practice that kind of word, like so-called treat, like free. There's no free here, so you must have to split every time you're going out or you eating out with your friends. So we're heading to number 4. I have it here. You should do some pros or guten appetit before eating or drinking. So before drinking, you should have to say pros, which means to say cheers, and also you have to say guten appetit of German in German. before eating. So it's like a polite way. So you have to practice that kind of cultures before eating. And number 5, I have it here, must have a ticket on a public transport, like public transportation anywhere here in Germany. Well, as you know, Germany has an excellent public transport. You can often enter in station and garages without having to go through a ticket checkpoint. Other countries has. You maybe think you can just ride for free, then you're wrong. You have to be careful, guys, because most of the time tickets were checked with train staff. And in case you don't have it, then you'll be in trouble. They will not hesitate you to fine you up to 60 euro once you boarded a train without a valid ticket. So 60 euro, it's about 3,300 something pesos. So it's a big money already. Person, if you book the ticket, it's usually 9 euro to 21 euro that you have to pay one way. So see the difference? 60 euro is the really big money here already. And also, if you convert in our money, it's already 3,000. Imagine that, it's for your fines. And you have to take note, guys. You can freely go through the station and train, but make sure to have your ticket with you. So that's all for the do's. Now I'm going to share with you, I'm discussing with you now the don'ts. First, I have it here, being unpunctual. So, as what I observe here, people here in Germany very punctual, especially if you have an appointment, which you will have it here most of the time. For most people, however, it's all right if you let them know in advance. So, in short, no Filipino time here. As of them, time is precious. We're heading to number 2, making noise. Well, it will be boring if there's no noise, yeah? However, making noise here has fixed hours. Between 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. It's a quiet time for them, especially on Sunday and holidays, because it's is only the official rest day of those people working here. So number 3, do not make a spontaneous visit. So yeah, you should never turn up in a German doorstep without telling them ahead of time. As German people like to be prepared both mentally and physically. They enjoy the feeling of having everything is arranged, and not like in our own country that we can spontaneously doing or visit house to house or friend's house without telling them and without making any appointment. But here, you cannot do that because most people also have their own time, so you need to tell them ahead of time. So number 4, disregarding waste separation rules is a no-no here. Don't throw your garbage in one bin. You should practice a proper waste disposal. They strictly practice that here, guys. So even those glass bottles has its own bin according to their colors. So, and also those bottles, those plastic bottles, water bottles, also they have their own bins. Or 9, you cannot just throw them away if you want to get some money, because you can also return it to the groceries and you can have money for that. It depends, like a money return, it depends on how many bottles you've returned. So it's a really good idea for the people to motivate segregating waste, and also good for our mother nature. Yeah, so lastly, do not cross the road when it's red. Even if there's no cars in your sight, you have to patiently waiting until the light turns green or before crossing. The red light can result a fine up to 5 euro. And also, most importantly, if some children watching you did that, you may be setting a bad example for them. So, people here in Germany, guys, don't hesitate on traffic regulations here. But yeah, I admit I'm also guilty because back then in the Philippines, I am practicing that kind of attitude, like cannot wait. So even if there's no car and it's red, you have to still cross the road. So up until when I get here, I am following the rules and then practicing which is the right thing to do. That's all for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and maybe you maybe apply this in these tips in the near future if you want to move to Germany. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, and please do like this video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And that's all for now. Bye bye. Till my next video.